Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Hello there, good evening. You're watching the National News broadcast live on Sri Lanka, Rupavahini. I'm Chaga Kamagi.
A very good evening indeed. I'm Sharif Tahir. Let's take a look at the headlines.
More than 273,000 persons affected by the disaster. 121 persons trapped in Verugal area have been rescued. An Air Force helicopter met with an accident. A Japanese team of specialists on disaster management and an Indian medical aid team arrived in the island. The President reiterates on an appropriate coordination in restoring the affected lives of the people. All examinations, including the GCE A-level exam, has been postponed indefinitely. More than 600 persons killed in floods affecting 4 South and Southeast Asian countries.
We now move on to those and other stories in detail, taking a look at local news first. Disaster Management Center says more than 273,000 families have been affected by the disaster situation. Meanwhile, floods and earthslips have been reported from many parts of the country. 5 persons were reported missing after a landslide in Rendapula in Valimada last night. Several houses were also subjected to an earthslip on the location named as Govipula Kanda in Rendapula. The police, along with the army personnel and residents, have rescued 3 tourists who were affected by the disaster, shifted them to a safer location. "821 tanks in the Vavuniya district are still overflowing. Although there has been a lessening in the rainfall, certain low-lying lands and paddy fields continue to remain underwater. Measures have been taken to remove water cutting across soil dams in several reservoirs, including Iratta Periyakulam and Mailan Kulam. Our correspondent says that transportation on the A9 Jaffna road has been restored. A lorry was overturned in Puneva area, and however, no harm was caused to anybody. Vehicle transport on the Colombo-Kandy main road has also been restored. Our correspondent says water level in the Athanagalu Oya is going down and flooding in the Gampaha town is easing. There have been obstructions to vehicle transportation as a result of the inundation of the main road leading to the Gampaha town in front of the Bandaranayaka Vidyalaya in Gampaha. Programs are being conducted continuously to grant relief to the areas underwater in the district with the full assistance of the district secretariat. Our reporter says 9 persons have been disappeared in an earth slip accident in the vicinity of the Kandamal area in Melsiripura last morning. 10 houses have been totally destroyed. With the incessant rains, many low-lying areas have been inundated in Ingirian, Nambapana, Halwatura, Bulat Sinhala, Maduravala and Anguruwattota as a result of the overflowing of the Kalug River. Vehicle transportation have continuously remained interrupted due to Ratnapura, Panadura, Matugama Horana, Mulkava Bulat Sinhala and Kalutara Bulat Sinhala roads coming underwater. Our reporter says certain locations from Ambatale to Orugodavatta have come under 20 feet of water to the overflowing of Kalani River. Around 20,000 families have been displaced in the Kolanava Divisional Secretariat Division and several roads have been closed temporarily. The area near the Karatota Raja Mahaviharaya in Kaduala has come under water, causing obstructions to transport. Many low-lying areas in Kolannava have been inundated. The Navy Marine Fleet along with the Mulleriava Police Station are engaged in operations to rescue displaced groups. The Colombo District Secretary says there is a possibility of several low-lying lands along the road from Malabe to Battaramulla being flooded. The District Secretary requests the residents in the areas to move to secure relief centres. The Ahaliyagoda-Kanda road has been subjected to an earth slip at the Godagampala area. Our reporter says around 150 meter distance of the road has come under the earth slip. Around 125 persons from 35 families affected have been accorded temporary lodgings at the Godagampala Viharaya. Another earth slip has occurred in Galevala, Bambava in Matale at dawn today. Our correspondent says road transport on the Galevala-Matala main road has come under complete standstill. He further says another earth slip had taken place in the Mahavela police division in Matale. Earth slips have also been reported in the Aliyakanda and Vava Ihalakanda in Polpitigama. 25 families have been removed from the area.
Well, large number of persons have been cornered in the Mavillaru area due to the prevailing floods. Rescuing of the trapped persons is being conducted under the direct supervision of the President Anura Kumar Disanayaka. Verugal area is where the disaster situation has been affected most. 121 persons trapped in the area were rescued by the Air Force M117 helicopter fleet. Several helicopters have already been deployed to monitor the area. The President has mobilized the services of the 3 armed forces in the rescue mission immediately after learning of the disaster condition in Mavillaru.
Mutur Aingala Dino Scholar Nilopol Betrailu Gawatrupa Rende, Nilopola Irama Incalatino, families keep at Tower in the Dino. It was a Tangwelu.
Secretary to the Ministry of Health and Mass Media, Dr. Anil Jasinger, says that an expert of emergency disaster management from Japan and another medical assistance team from India are due to arrive in the island tonight. According to him, the Japanese expert team will investigate the mode of operation to provide disaster relief and will take steps to provide necessary assistance. Representatives of Japanese Embassy and JICA arrived at the National Health Disaster Response Center today. They had a special discussion with the Secretary, the Ministry and Health and Mass Media and other officials. They will discuss in detail the prevalent disaster situation in all districts and inform the government of Japan in this regard. Consultant Dr. Anil Jasinger, Secretary to the Ministry of Health and Mass Media, said that a team is due to arrive in the island in the night today with the objective of providing medical aids. The team will assess the situation first with discussions with the officials of the Ministry of Health. They will decide the locations and the mode of relief operations accordingly. A medical team from India has also arrived in the island, he added.
ඉන්දියාවේ සිට වෛද්‍ය ආධාර සහ වෛද්‍ය කණ්ඩායමක් රැගත් ගුවන් යානයක් පැමිණෙනවා.
Meanwhile, a C-130 aircraft of the Indian Air Force arrived in the island today in the morning with equipment used in disaster rescue operation and other necessary material. A large number is affected at Mahakanda area Kandy due to landslide. According to reports, cooked food is being provided to them with the mediation of Sri Dalada Maligawa. A special program is in continuous operation to provide cooked food for affected people in Kandy district with the mediation of Diyavadana Nilame Pradeep Nilangadala and under the guidance of Mahanayaka Theras of Malvatta and Askiriya chapters. The Ministry of Women and Child Affairs has requested from those centres to recommence from tomorrow safety-assured daycare centres. Arogya Mobile Healthcare Clinic to provide health facilities to the affected people commenced at safety centres today at Kotikavatta area, Kolannava. Necessary medicines were provided to them who are being kept at safety centres after inspecting their health condition. This program has been implemented jointly by Healthy Sri Lanka program of the Ministry of Health, Healthy Food Happy Life program of the National Television and Clean Sri Lanka program of the President's Office. A centre has been commenced to collect dry ration and sanitary material to those affected in the disaster by the Disaster Management Committee of Sri Jayawardhanapura General Hospital. Cleaning of the Mahiyangane Base Hospital affected due to floods has commenced. Sri Lankan Army, police, residents of the area and health sectors have joined in this effort. Clean Sri Lanka Atwala project and the Nosindana Dayava Social Welfare Program of Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation have commenced the distribution of collected relief material among the affected people in Kandy. Distribution of dry ration commenced today in Anuradhapura to the displaced people of both sides of Malwatu Oya due to flooding. The Air Force, with the help of Indian helicopters, evacuated a group of people, including foreign tourists, today to safer locations.
He's done an amazing job from the finish. Thank you so much to the Sri Lankan people who has done a marvellous job. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Sri Lankan people. Thank you for everything.
A Mi-17 aircraft of the Sri Lanka Air Force left with essential items for the flood-affected people in Mahiyangane. Meanwhile, Mi-17 aircraft was used to transport dry ration food items and a stock of rescue equipment handed over to the Air Force by the general public and the Disaster Management Centre to Kotmale area. It included 1,700 kilograms of dry ration food items. Another stock of rescue equipment provided by the Disaster Management Centre has been transported to Air Force bases in Batiklo and Ampara by a Y-12 aircraft. Meanwhile, another Y-12 aircraft was dispatched to China Bay and Anuradhapura Air Force bases carrying a load of dry ration foods weighing 1,100 kilograms to be provided to the affected people of Mavilaru and Anuradhapura. Dry and cooked food have been transported by two Bell 412 helicopters to the affected people of Chilla, Ududumbara and Kandy.
In the meantime, 117 is the official hotline of the Disaster Management Centre, connecting the public to immediate rescue assistance. Now volunteers working with the centre have developed a new online portal where anyone can register their situation and receive help faster, with alerts sent directly to the DMC for action.
Hotline 117 is available 24/7 for those who have been affected due to adverse weather. A set of volunteers are stationed here around the clock to coordinate calls and arrange support. And I am here with Mr. Gayantari Soisa. His team has built a website. So Mr. Gayantari Soisa, what is this website we are talking about?
This was done by someone called Ranga Dayavansa. So he started this platform called floodsupport.org, where if you are a victim of the flood, then you can go and upload your information. It's a very text-based, simple form. You can do this in 30 to 45 seconds. So since then, we've been getting thousands of requests. So first thing that we did was we set up a call center to verify this information to see whether it's legitimate or not. So once the data is verified, then it goes into another set of callers, and then they will try to allocate people who need the support. And if it's highly critical, we pass that information to DMC, and then they pass it to MOD and then get the support needed. The last part, all of this was done within the last 48 hours. The second part of this project was yesterday, which we launched, which is the aid.floodsupport.org, where if you are someone who's willing to donate, you have, let's say, 1,000 water bottles, you can go and upload your details on the system, and it will show you on a map, and then people who need it, you can connect with them immediately. So that's our goal. We've been working throughout for the last, I think, 72 to 48 hours. We've been working with 200, close to 200 volunteers, including over here, and then you can see over there as well. So we are just all Sri Lankans just here to help other Sri Lankans.
Thank you. So remember, if you are in a disaster situation, 117 is always available to help you.
President Anurukumara Dissanayaka informs to give priority to the rescuing and relief missions for the flood-affected communities, while at the same time to focus high attention on establishing basic infrastructure facilities for the restoration of the public life. He further points out that a joint operation with proper coordination is essential for this purpose. The President has made these remarks participating in a discussion at the President's office with the relevant line ministries and institutions this morning. Focus has been made on the reconstruction of roadways, drinking water facilities, irrigation networks, railway tracks and railway services. The meeting has also discussed on the need to have a speedy program to restore the destroyed highways, railway tracks and bridges. As a first stage in the infrastructure reconstruction program, evaluation of the damages and the identification of physical and human resources that could be used in this regard were pointed out as essential features. The President has taken measures to provide positive results to the existing problems.
More in your local news for tonight. Prabhat Chandrakirti has been appointed as the Commissioner General of Essential Services by the President. He will be entrusted with the responsibility of coordination and implementation of all relevant maintenance activities and also the supply of essential services. Prabhat Chandrakirti is also officiating as the Secretary to the Ministry of Plantation and Community Infrastructure Facilities. President Kumar Dissanayake has also instructed to establish Essential Services General Office to provide necessary services to normalize the daily lives of affected people due to disaster situation. This will be implemented centering the Prime Minister's office under the leadership of Essential Service Director General. A team of officials representing public administration, provincial councils and local administration, transport, highways and urban development, agriculture, livestock, lands and irrigation, housing, construction and water supply ministries will be designated at the centre for duties. The President emphasized on this occasion the necessity of implementing the activities of it as a joint operations centre, providing coordination and facilities for all subjects in those institutions. The concerned discussion was also held at the President's office in the morning today. A helicopter of the Sri Lanka Air Force crashed in the afternoon today in between Lunuvilla and Vennapur areas. The accident occurred when the helicopter was on the way to provide food to a group of affected people near the Lunuvilla bridge. The accident is said to have happened when the helicopter was preparing for an emergency landing, according to Air Force sources. There were 4 others along with the pilot during the mishap. No loss of lives is reported, while the pilot and the others have been hospitalized with injuries.
Department of Meteorology says that it expects the Ditwa cyclone to move towards the north and to blow parallel to Tamil Nadu coastline in India during the next 24 hours. Accordingly, a decrease in the prevailing rainy weather condition is expected from today. Several rounds of showers might occur in the northern, north central, northwestern, western and Sabaragamu provinces and in Gaul, Mathura, Kandy and Nuwara districts. The weather communique added that strong winds of about 50 to 60 kilometers per hour may occur in northern, north central and northwestern provinces and in Trincomalee district intermittently. The public is requested to take necessary steps to minimize risks from strong winds. The sea areas from the Trincomalee to Kankisanture and Mannar via Puttalam will experience strong winds of 50 to 60 kilometers per hour, which might develop into turbulent winds of about 70 kilometers per hour as per the weather forecast. Accordingly, the fishing and naval communities are requested not to venture into those sea areas further. There is also a possibility of the sea areas around the island to have waves of a height of 2.5 to 3 meters. Director General of the Department of Meteorology, Atul Karunanayake, has said that the cyclone which affected the island has not now blown away and is located at a distance of 150 kilometers from Jaffna in the Tamil Nadu coast. The cyclone has weakened and is travelling towards India in the form of a deep low pressure zone. It will have no further effect on the island, but there is a possibility of showers in certain areas of the country. Northern, north central, northwestern, western and Sabaragamu provinces might experience showers. normal weather will prevail in the rest of the island. The wind speed in the sea area from Trincomalee to Kankisanture and to Puttalam will be around 50 to 60 kilometers per hour. The fishing community is advised to refrain from fishing activities in the sea areas.
දක්වා තියෙන වෙරළපොළ තීරය තුල මේ සුළඟේ වේගයේ අඩු වුණාට ඒක පැයට කිලෝමීටර් 50-60 දක්වා ඉහළ යනවා. එම මුහුදු සීමාවේ දීවරහාන නායක කටයුතු වල යෙදීමෙන් වළකින්න කියන කාරණක ඉල්ලීම කරනවා අද දිනේටත්.
According to the Disaster Management Centre, 234,503 families have been affected so far due to disasters occurred during the extremely heavy rainy weather conditions affected in the island. It includes a number of 833,985 persons. 159 deaths have been reported while another 203 are missing. 919 safety centres have been established for the affected people and 34,198 families are sheltered in them.
All exams, including the GCE Advanced Level Examination scheduled to be conducted, have been postponed indefinitely. Commissioner General of Examinations Indika Lianake says that this decision has been taken in consideration of existing disaster situation in the country. She further says that the rescheduled dates of the examination will be notified later. Commissioner General of Examinations Indika Lianake said that a problematic situation has arisen regarding the conducting of the GCE A-level examination in the next few days as a result of the island-wide inclement weather condition and the emergency situation. The road systems in the examination centre locations have become obstructed. The staff and children have experienced difficult situation. This had led to the postponing of the A-level exam. The decision has been taken in considering the security of the students, staff and the mentality of students. The Commissioner General added that with the weather situation becoming positive, the Department of Examination will announce the date of recommencement of the GCE A-level examination.
Minister Dr. Nalinda Jayatissa has presided over a special meeting at the Ministry of Health today on the implementation of the health network in secondary, tertiary and specialized hospitals in the face of disaster situation. More attention was focused on patient treatment services, medicine supplies program, problems of the hospital staff, infrastructure as well as welfare facilities in the hospital system. A group of senior officials headed by consultant physicians and Secretary to the Ministry of Health and Mass Media, Dr. Anil Jasingh, had taken part at the discussion via Zoom technology. The meeting was also attended by provincial and regional health service directors, all hospital directors as well as the heads of health sector.
Chairman of National Water Supply and Drainage Board, Engineer AMPCT Bandara, says that necessary steps have been taken to restore the disrupted water supply in a number of districts with continuous heavy rains. The chairman added that the assistance of the three armed forces, the Department of Irrigation, Road Development Authority and the Electricity Board, has been taken under the instruction of the President Anura Kumar Dissanayake. The chairman of National Water Supply and Drainage Board, Engineer AMPCT Bandara, said that water supply systems have been 100% restored in 4 districts by now. The water supply in Anuradhapura, Battikolo, Ratnapura have been restored. No damage has been done to Ambatale, Lambugala and Biyagama main reservoirs in the Western Province. The condition is normal in the Western Province by now and the public should not panic since they can avail continuous water supply. Pump stations and the staff in most of the areas are working dedicatedly throughout the day to restore the water supply. Pump station in Kandy is being repaired and the Navy is assisting in this process. All state agencies in Kandy have also joined in. Water is being supplied at a certain level to the Kandy General Hospital and Peradeniya University and the hospital there. Efforts are on to restore the water supply situation in Kandy within a day. Efforts are also being taken to restore the treatment plants in Guhagoda and Meegoda in the coming 24 hours. The disturbed water supply systems will hopefully be restored within 2 days.
20,000 police sacks were handed over to Sri Lankan authorities today jointly by the World Food Programme and the government of the United States of America. U.S. Ambassador Julie Chung and the local representative of the World Food Programme, Philip Ward, joined the handing over of the policy acts of the government of Sri Lanka. According to U.S. Ambassador Julie Chung, this will help in strengthening the river banks and to reduce the flood levels in high-risk areas. She added that today's aid is just a start and generators, tents and other equipment will be provided in the coming weeks for the affected families jointly by the government of USA and the World Food Programme. According to Sri Lanka Air Force, two Mi-17V5 helicopters of the Indian Air Force have been engaged in assisting rescue and search operations in disaster-affected areas, and 22 staff members along with humanitarian aid who arrived in the island. The objective is to provide maximum assistance in relief operations. The Pakistan Navy has also taken steps to provide immediate humanitarian aid to Sri Lanka. The Saif ship of Pakistan, which arrived at the Colombo harbour for International Naval Forces Review 25, has provided humanitarian aid and disaster relief to the communities affected. The aid package to Sri Lanka by Pakistan included food items, dry ration, first aid kits, emergency medicines and other essential equipments. Moving on to foreign news now, more than 600 persons perished due to floods and other disasters which occurred during the extremely heavy rainy weather which affected South and Southeast Asia. According to foreign media report, Indonesia, Thailand and Malaysia are the most affected among them. A large number of areas in the South India are also flooded due to the cyclone. 3 deaths have been reported in Tamil Nadu state due to Ditwa cyclone. Foreign media reported that an emergency has been declared in several districts due to heavy rains in coastal areas of southern India. Media further reported that 8 camps have been opened in 38 districts for the displaced and farmlands. More than 440 persons have died in Indonesia due to extreme weather conditions, while hundreds are reported missing. More than 170 persons have died in Thailand, and reports further say that deaths and missing persons have exceeded 100 in Malaysia. Scientists say this extreme weather condition might have created due to the interaction of Koto cyclone in Philippines and the rare development of the Senya cyclone in the Malacca Strait. Due to weather changes in intensity and the duration increases in cyclones since their routes are diverted, and heavy rains, flash floods and strong winds may also develop, the climate scientists point out.
Well, that's all the news we have for tonight. Make sure to stay safe and alert. Good night.
Good night.